explain to you step by step exactly the process of putting together a clarinet. But before I begin, let me explain to you the history of the clarinet. The clarinet was invented during the 18th century by a man named Christopher Johann Denver and his son Jacob. It's basically an extension of a chalumeau, but that's something else that we explain later. A clarinet is a woodwind, single reed woodwind instrument. It's a part of the woodwind family. There are many instruments that are included in the woodwind family. Things like the bass clarinet, the oboe, the bassoon, and the saxophone. And there are other instruments as well. A reed, as I was saying, as being a single reed instrument, is basically, this is a reed, and a reed is basically a plant, and you place the reed on your mouthpiece, the whole of your mouthpiece, and I will explain to you what a mouthpiece is later on. But you place it on the whole of your mouthpiece, and as you blow into your horn, it allows your clarinet to vibrate, producing a tone. There are different types of reeds that you can use to play clarinet. My personal use is Van Doren. It gives me a better and clearer tone. There are things like Ricos. Reeds have different sizes. I play with a 3.5. Sizes depend on your ability to play your instrument and how well you can control your instrument. There are different parts to the clarinet, which I will explain to you. There are 5 parts. You have your bell, your lower joint stalk, your upper joint stalk, your barrel, and your mouthpiece. And basically, when putting together your clarinet, you start from the bottom up. This is your bell. Usually your bell has the brand name of your clarinet on it. Right now mine doesn't, but that's usually where you can find your brand of clarinet. There are different brands of clarinet. I have a wooden clarinet. You can either have a wooden clarinet or a plastic clarinet, but I play with the wooden. But when putting together your instrument, you start from the bottom up. First you start off with your bell, and then you take your lower joint stalk. On your lower joint stalk or in your upper joint stalk, you have a thing called cork. This is the cork. When it comes to cork, while you're putting together your instrument, if it offers any resistance, you're supposed to use a thing called cork grease, and it makes it easier to put together your clarinet and to take it apart. But when putting together your clarinet, you start from the bottom up, you start with your bell, then you put on your lower joint stalk. After your lower joint stalk, you then insert your upper joint stalk. And when you put your upper joint stalk onto your lower joint stalk, you make sure your keys are facing you, and you align it up carefully. You align it up so that your keys are facing you, and you can hold it up this way to make sure everything is in a vertical shape. And after insert your upper joint stalk, that is then that you will insert your bell. And this is your bell. And you place it on like so, slowly, make sure you don't mess up any of your keys. And then the last part of putting together your clarinet is your mouthpiece. And this is your mouthpiece. You see the hole? And then you'll place it on like so. The last and final step to putting together your clarinet is putting on your ligature and your reed. Usually when you first buy your clarinet, it already comes with the ligature, either a metal one or a plastic one. I have a plastic ligature. So you'll place it on your mouthpiece, like so. And you have to loosen up the screws that are on your ligature, so that way it's easier to insert your reed. And the last part of inserting your mouthpiece is your reed, and the reeds are what I talked about earlier. And you'll place it directly on the hole of your clarinet, and as I said earlier, you have to make sure it's symmetrical to your mouthpiece because it helps produce the tone. It allows the clarinet to vibrate. And then you tighten up your reed so it doesn't move, and you make sure it's directly above the hole. When putting on your reed, you make sure that you don't see a piece of your reed sticking up from your mouthpiece. If so, then you have put it on incorrectly, but you make sure your reed is secure. And a part that I forgot to mention before putting on your reed, if you want your clarinet to produce a sound, make sure to moisten your reed. By moisturing your reed, it helps you produce a sound. Without a dry reed, you get no sound. A moistened reed, it will help you produce a sound. And to moisten your reed, you can either let it sit in your mouth like so, which is what I do. Other clarinet players, they might decide to put it in water or such, but I just moisten it with my mouth. And basically, you have your clarinet together. Something else that comes with your clarinet is this, is the mouthpiece, a mouthpiece cover. And a mouthpiece cover basically protects your reed from getting cracked or anything. So if you're not playing, then you place your mouthpiece cover on as so. And there you have it. This is how you put together a clarinet. And when you're done, you place your clarinet back into your case. This is my case. One by one, you take it apart slowly. First your mouthpiece, then your barrel, then your upper joint stalk, then your lower joint stalk, and then your barrel. And you make sure your clarinet is securely placed into your case, and you close it up as so. And there you have it. That's how you put together a clarinet. Thank you for your time.